2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce.
So upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed.
I
went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Cried the whole way.
By the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
We all know that Will is head over heels in love with Jada, and he hasn't been shy about showing it to the world. But one fateful night in Hollywood, during a star-studded event filled with laughter and applause, a sudden storm of controversy struck. As Chris Rock cracked a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head, laughter rippled through the crowd. But not everyone found it amusing. Jada's eye roll was like a storm brewing in a starry sky, and before anyone could comprehend it, Will Smith's hand met Chris Rock's face in a thunderous clap that echoed louder than the applause. This incident painted a picture that echoed a tale as old as time, one where a woman's actions are unfairly blamed on the man. The headlines the next morning were filled with stories depicting Jada as the puppeteer and Will as the puppet. Some even spun narratives of a flawless superstar, Will Smith, pushed to the edge by a simple gesture from his wife, who was wrongly labeled as flawed. But it now appears that this entire drama may have been staged. Recently, Jada unveiled her relationship status with Will, and it's a bombshell revelation. They've apparently been separated since 2016, and she's disclosing the real reason behind it. Shockingly, she claims that Will is gay and is about to reveal his past gay relationships. The real shocker is what Jada reveals next, so hang on to your seats because this revelation is nothing short of jaw-dropping.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
To understand this explosive revelation, we need to go back in time. Will and Jada have been together for over 25 years, tying the knot in 1997 and raising 2 children together, Jaden and Willow. Initially, their marriage appeared picture perfect, and they were hailed as the ultimate power couple in Hollywood. However, over the last decade or so, the harmony in their relationship began to crack. It gave way to a lot of controversy and, of course, a lot of juicy details. But before we dive into the scandalous bits, let's explore how they reached this point. Before Will Smith became the beloved figure of Hollywood, there were some twists and turns in his career. Will didn't start his journey as the superstar we know today. Before his acting career took off, he was a rapper, and he had a pivotal role in the movie 6 Degrees of Separation in 1993, where he portrayed a gay con artist. It's crucial to understand the backdrop of that time. In the early 90s, homophobia was still a prevalent issue, even in the liberal world of Hollywood. Will Smith, who was on the cusp of stardom, didn't want his breakthrough role to be associated with being gay. In a scene where he was supposed to kiss another man, he ensured that his co-star, Anthony Michael Hall, was removed from the scene after he accepted the role. Now, the interesting part is that some actors, even those who weren't gay in real life, might not have minded a same-sex kiss, so it's a bit suspicious that Will was so concerned about it. Critics of the movie even pointed out that Will's acting in those scenes seemed awkward, even though his overall screen presence was strong. It almost felt like he was afraid of tarnishing his image as a straight actor in Hollywood, which could have potentially jeopardized his career. Reflecting on his experience in the movie, Will Smith admitted that he was quite immature at the time. He revealed that he was thinking about how his friends in Philadelphia would perceive him in that role. He also acknowledged that he wasn't emotionally stable enough to fully embrace that aspect of the film. Now here's where it gets intriguing. It's possible that Will was genuinely concerned about damaging his reputation as a straight actor in Hollywood and was eager to become a star. But there's another angle to consider. Perhaps he was genuinely afraid that if people saw him in this role, they might draw parallels between his character in the movie and his real-life attraction to men. And then, there's some intriguing rumors circulating about P. Diddy and Will Smith. Now, we're all familiar with Diddy and his reputation for dating various Hollywood beauties, from Cassie to Naomi Campbell, not to mention all the messiness involving Young Miami. However, there have been whispers and speculations about Diddy being on the down low regarding his gender preference. It's crucial to emphasize that none of these rumors have been officially confirmed, but as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Adding to the gossip mill, there have been stories about Diddy and Will Smith being entangled in some sort of complex relationship. The tale goes that Will and Diddy may have, and possibly still do, host extravagant parties where closeted Hollywood actors, those who wish to keep their gender preference a secret, come to enjoy themselves. Even Jaguar Wright didn't hold back when she made some explosive claims during a recent interview. She asserted that Will and Jada's image as the perfect Hollywood couple was far from the truth, suggesting that their marriage was merely a facade. According to her, it served as a cover for their lifestyle, which allegedly involved luring unsuspecting young men into joining them for various encounters.
They're both bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them and their men.
There's been a lot of talk about Will and Jada's marriage, especially the idea that Will wanted to keep their relationship open. This means he wanted to be with other men secretly while appearing as a straight actor in public. It's said that this helped his career in Hollywood. Jada got really upset about this, and as a way to get back at Will, she had a relationship with August Alsina. Their involvement with August seemed very serious, but also unnecessary. August talked about it publicly, and Will's reaction to it seemed planned, according to some fans. There's also the issue of Tupac Shakur's memory hanging over their relationship. Willow Smith once wrote a letter to Tupac when she was 13, wishing he was still alive to make her mom happy. Jada and Tupac were very close before he passed away. It makes you wonder what went so wrong that a child wanted someone other than her dad to make her mom happy. There's more to the story. Jaden, their son, once wanted to become legally independent at just 15 years old, and Jada agreed to it. This was after their movie After Earth didn't do well, and Jaden faced criticism from fans. It's hard to understand why Jada was okay with this, especially given Will's strong disagreement. Now Jada is revealing some surprising things about her relationship with Will. She's saying she never really wanted to marry him, even though she did want to be with him.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Jada is literally saying that she never wanted to marry Will and wasn't in favor of the wedding. This reminds me of how Will first asked Jada out. Back in 1994, Will and Jada met on the set of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was auditioning for the role of Will's love interest on the show, but that role eventually went to Nia Long. Even though they didn't get those on-screen roles, Will and Jada stayed in touch. Very quickly, Will's previous relationship hit some rocky patches. He gave Jada a call and asked if she was in a relationship at the time. Jada replied that she wasn't seeing anyone, and that's when Will made his move, saying something like, "Great, you're dating me now." It's worth noting that maybe they were drawn to each other because they had a lot in common. Will mentioned that he saw Jada in a different TV show called A Different World and felt a strong connection. This all happened before they actually worked together on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, people have been expressing their thoughts about Will and Jada's relationship, especially concerning rumors about Will's relationships with other men. Some think it's not a big deal as long as everyone is happy. One user shared their opinion saying, "Gay pretending to be straight is a lot common than assumed. Women know their husbands are gay. They just hope he will give it up in time. Some don't reform. It ruins the already fragile marriage. Kids get troubled and refuse to engage with such mismatched parents. Being a celebrity is tougher. Everyone wants you to be admirable and role model. Celebrities are roasted a lot more than the average mismatched couple. When the whole world knows your failures, you want to disappear or hurt yourself." I'm pretty certain that the ups and downs of Will and Jada's marriage, along with all the drama that accompanies it, will continue to captivate our attention for a long while. I genuinely wish them the best in dealing with their issues. Now it's your turn to chime in. What do you think about Jada's attitude towards Will possibly being gay? Feel free to share your thoughts below. And while we eagerly await more updates, don't forget to watch the next video to catch up on the latest Hollywood gossip.